Hi, this time is gonna be shorter. Or at least that's the plan. I'm just floating, because I'm related to Vader. Or at least I'm associated with him. And supposedly Anakin Skywalker was able to fly eventually as Darth Vader because his legs were blown off, remember? On Mustafar. Just like this planet, only a little bit more red, and the sludge river wasn't hyperdrive plasma, it was, what was it? Lava, that's what it was. Of course it was. Right then. So last time we talked about new YouTube community guidelines, terms of service and shit. And also how I'm gonna try to keep it shorter maybe. And failing miserably at it. Look at this arena. What do you think is gonna be in this arena? You think there's gonna be a mini-boss? Because it's not the arena for Kazdan Paradise, I can tell you that. Oh look, it's the mini-boss. Would you have guessed? I would have guessed. Right, another. Ah shit, right. These little gazers that I can't deal with. It's like the most it's like Half-Life really. Half-Life 2 essentially, specifically. Where the what the fuck? He performed 2 attacks at once just to make it. Oh, fuck you. How big of a splash does this attack have? Come on now. It's like Half-Life. Fucking hell, man. It's like Half-Life 2 with Gravity Gun, where the most effective attack is just tossing physical objects around at the enemies. You know, you barely need accuracy and shit like that, and also you can enchant the items here with electricity power. So yeah, trying to do that, but Miniboss has to have a way to mitigate your best tactics. Fuck. Did I kill him? Almost. I think he got stunned for the... yeah, there we go. Right. It almost killed me too, because I really wanted to do that fucking attack. I'm gonna have to try fighting him legitimately next time. Shit. Which is to say, just with lightning strike. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Also tap that, yeah. And this is still so quiet, so dead, so anticlimactic. Fantastic, congratulations, you won. Do you feel accomplished? Also, I don't really like those QuickTime events, because all you do is look at the QuickTime events spot where it's gonna show up to react to it, and not at the awesome scene they created for you to watch. There is no time. If you fail it, you're gonna fail the game and lose. That's a big problem with QuickTime events, at least for me. I found that they're really distracted from the action they tried so hard to make you look at and interact with the enemies or anything else really in compelling ways, instead of just performing the regular animations and attacks like a special events it was supposed to be, but it wasn't, because you're not looking anyway. Right, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be at the boss battle. So yeah, before we start, I'm just gonna preface this by saying everything that applied to General Kota is gonna apply here, where we're gonna find one combo that works and they smash that against him over and over again until he changes phases, and we're gonna have to figure something else out. And the stiff controls of only cardinal directions are gonna apply, because the camera is gonna be static for cinematic effects and console gaming. And that will give me time to talk about the things I was prepared to talk about. Oh yeah, that looked like a good loading event.
Kazdan Paradise at last.
Don't worry, Masters. I'll defend you from this Sith trash.
Right. Okay, Peter Parker Spider-Man suit made by Tony Stark. Yeah, so we can clearly see that all the events that happened, you know, in episode 3, which is to say Order 66, and killing all the Jedis, has left this guy a little bit fucking crazy and delusional, where he created his own Jedi temple to feel at home or run away or run to. Oh jeez.
Our home! Stop ruining our home!
Right, I think about it. It's so his speech is so loud. Yeah, so we're doing this again. He's gone crazy. Yeah, and delusional. He's schizophrenic, clearly. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, you will. They're already dead, you know. Pretty much all of them, aside from Obi-Wan. Let's not get to it. And Yoda. Let's not get to it. Into it. Oh, right. That's the second phase, isn't it? Just throw the mini-boss in, because fighting the actual boss is boring. Compelling gameplay. Also stun locks. And jump. No. Yeah, I got stunned again. Yeah, really giving me time to talk about what I wanted to say. Perfect. There we go. Yeah. Oh shit. Fuck. It's fine. We're just pretty much stuck in this situation until we perform the quick time event correctly. He's delusional, so he recreated the entire Jedi Temple from Coruscant at fuck shit. You clearly can't miss the input. Like, input something else other than the thing that they actually want you to. He recreated the entire Coruscant Jedi Temple here out of scrap shit. Now I'm just stun locked. Lock onto the fucking target. Jesus, cooperate, you stupid fucking game console port. I hate this shit. Why did I started playing this ass? I hope you love how I'm blowing the mic. Yeah, I do. It's a constant struggle. Also, I recorded something lately, and I noticed that my my mic gain or sensitivity has been lowered because, and I had to crank it up in post later on anyway. There's Spider-Man. There, get down. No, that's not how I deal with this problem. It's just stuck to the wall, and I'm doing what? Not that. That maybe? Yeah, I guess. It got down. I don't know if it's time or number of attacks he performs. Electric strike.
Give me the strength to kill this Sith.
Yeah, so he recreated the entire temple, Jedi Temple, out of scrap. But also what's funnier is that he also recreated the Master's chamber, and he created their puppets, dolls really, statues out of junk. Pretty funny, interesting detail, really shows his delusion of. Also, I don't know about Cousin Paradas really. I'm such a Star Wars geek and I have no idea what the fuck is this dude. Other than that, I don't know if he ever used like robotic legs to improve his physical form. There we go. You're not going anywhere, motherfucker. I've got more light, mana than you've got health or possibilities to work. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Hey, I got you.
You have no right to the Force.
Well, it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Come on now. I'm fine with stealing birthrights. Yeah. Also, their heads look like droids from separatists. So that's probably true that they are. Yeah. Also, the quick time event is always the same. Oh no, it's not. I'm still hitting Q. All right, that's fine by me. Is this the animation I haven't gotten yet? I think so. Yeah, also, the mini-bosses of course serve as a medkit. Shit. Right. Cousin Paradas, I don't know if he ever used robotic legs to help himself with his problems in small statue. Right, so about the thing I wanted to talk about other than the game. There we go. Blocked everything, because of course he did. And I'm stun locked. And of course he's got an attack that blocks, crushes my block. Of course he does. That would be too easy if you could, fight the enemy. We need gimmicks, and a lot of them. Oh, there we go. Well, I take that back. We're not going anywhere. Yeah. What? What do I do? Ah, right. Doesn't matter. Disregard what I just said. Shit. Well, let's try that again. Tapping? No. Maybe. Yes, no. Maybe so. There we go. Shit. Wrong input. We're going through that again. Sorry, I wanted to look at the action. You fool. That's not what it is there for. Shit. Man. Focus. Just a little bit of focus. Hold on. I'll collect my thoughts maybe in the meantime. You can catch the push. Of course you can. Why didn't he catch that again? It wasn't that surprising of a move.
Sorry, masters. I've failed you again.
Why did that happen?
Juno, I'm done here.
It never happened to any other Jedi. Right, more experience or force points, I guess, than expected. That's very nice. Additional points, of course. Enemies defeated, unlocks, yeah. I wanted to see what's on the other screens. So yeah, let's see the... exactly that. A cutscene. Yeah, putting your lightsaber together with your hands is so, I don't know, plebeian, I guess. Non-Jedi-like or non-Sith-like.
My master, Kaz Imperatus, is dead.
Then there is but one more test.
I'm ready now.
No. You've defeated an old man and an outcast. You must face a true Jedi Master.
Who?
Master Shock T, one of the last of the Jedi Council. You'll need the full power of the dark side to defeat her.
Yes, my master.
Are you saying that I've been limiting myself before? Or is there training I need to undertake to deal with it?
Assassins.
Darth Vader has found us.
Perhaps. Maris, gather your belongings and go into hiding, just as we've practiced. Do not return until I summon you.
But Master, this is what I've been waiting for. Let me fight!
No.
She's clearly a
I will
Jedi,
face
isn't she?
The ancient abyss alone. You are not ready to face a Sith. You would surely be killed. Maris, we are among the last of the Jedi. While we live, the Order survives. I cannot allow you to be captured or killed by the Empire. Now please, go to the graveyard and wait for my summons.
She's clearly so obedient and by-the-book Jedi. She's so idealistic and well-trained, isn't she?
No, she hasn't been corrupted. Not yet. She's just afraid.
Yeah, she's just afraid. You atheists just know that there is hell, and deep down you know that there is a God, and that's why you're not murderers. Not because you've got morals or understand you don't want to die.
You should find a hollow fungus tower. You'll need to make your way through it.
Just that you know that there is God in your heart, and that's what you're afraid, you're scared. That's why she is. Right, so there is a holocron somewhere here too, also, but that doesn't matter, because we're not picking it up. It's already picked up. Yeah, and... Right, they gave me something? I don't know, I don't care. Well, I didn't read it. Anyway, we're picking a new costume, so... The default they gave us is like, of course, we're fucking dirty. In the meantime, on the ship, we managed to smear ourselves with dirt. And also our clothes. But I think this place is like tropics, so it's very hot here, so we're not wearing much. So we can show off how buff we are, but if we want to show off how buff we are and how dark side we are, we gonna look a little bit different. I think the name, well, I don't really remember. I think the name I'm thinking of is the next evolution. Not this, not that either. There it is, I'm pretty sure. But I'm just checking. Yeah, that's this. Darkstalker. A variation of Sith Stalker without a helmet. This armor is painfully grafted to flesh and bone of its wearer, designed to transform the wearer into a hideously deformed assassin. It's not designed to give you armor, that's why it's grafted to you with, like, metal armor plates are grafted to you so you always carry armor around. It's designed only to make you look weird. Yes, good design, good design. Useful. A Lambda class Imperial shuttle, and so on and so forth. Let's take a closer look. I like this armor too. The skin, it looks pretty cool. It's more revealing, and yeah, the painful process of grafting armor to you is, you know, a body horror. You've got different tattoos. The previous ones were boring, so you just removed them, right? After all, we already have tattoo removal technology, so why not move it to a galaxy far, far away with technological progress clearly already better than ours. Right, what do we got here? I think we've got a different saber. Yeah, we've got a little bit of a different saber than default. So what have we got here? Some chips in your brain to control, I don't know what. Your skin is even more like dead. You're wearing rings with claws. Oh look, there's a holocron there. Like a Sith holocron. I'm not gonna bother picking it up, it's easy enough as it is. We're carrying lightsabers of people we haven't fought yet, cause it's skin and it's New Game Plus. Like, you can see Maul's saber, Vader's saber, this saber, Cousin Paradises that we gave back to what's his name? Vader, yeah. And our own saber, because we've got a new one. And we've got also we've also have hair that looks like Padawan's hair, with the little string, but longer and in front, and the rest is bald. Yeah, the skin isn't bad, I wouldn't say. It's alright. Aside from the fact that, you know, horrible body horror. Right then, that's it, Stalker.
Locals are inbound.
Darkstalker.
I sense them. They're strong in the Force.
Because why not? So yeah, we're again facing the problem, or at least I'm again facing the problem, of when the New Game Plus starts you off full powered and you're going through the game at the beginning where the enemies are weak, you get false sense of confidence.
The Felucians seem to be more organized and powerful than Imperial records would indicate.
A Jedi's hand is at work.
Right. What was I saying? Shit, oh. This just explodes, of course it does. Because plants do that. What's the closest thing you can think of when it comes to explosive plants? The best I can think of is like the one that spreads its seed by when the pressure builds up in a like a fruit part. The hydraulic pressure of liquids like shatters the shell and the seeds are blasted apart. Pretty cool, but it's not nearly as strong as this. Don't kid yourself, it's not. They don't turn into bullets, the seeds. Right then. What was I talking about? There was something interesting I had in mind, I'm sure. Vader. No, maybe not. Right, fuck it. So, at the end of this video, let's talk about, in the last 2 to 3 minutes, let's talk about YouTube terms of service. So, as I was talking about not commercially viable channels just in the previous video, YouTube lost its legal case, and they're pushing the responsibility back down on you, of course, because it's your fault. I was looking for the picture. I only found the basic. But the picture was a little bit going, the picture was expanded, I think. So this is the original picture, you know, the classic, I made this, you can have it, you made this, I made this. And then how it extends is that the thing that was given away to the other person catches fire, and you know, it burns, and the character that was given the item and that is now on fire says, you did this. And this is allegorical to YouTube now. You as a content creator give YouTube content and say, here, I made this. And YouTube says, you made this? I made this. And then they catch the lawsuit and their content is burning. And they say, you did this. You now fix it. You mark your channel whether it's appropriate to children or not. And if you fail to address it properly, you'll be fined $43,000 per video. If you fail to address it, tag it properly. And how could you fail to tag it properly? Well, maybe because YouTube, as always... Oh, hello. I hope it didn't crash. It probably crashed. Hey, I'm back here. So we're back. We'll see if I'll manage to get to another autosave point or not. If not, I'll just stop and then play up to that point, hopefully. So as I was saying, yeah, YouTube, as always, in its infinite wisdom, for you to not avoid their rules in terms of service, gave you vague directions. I'm not sure if they actually did it themselves out of their own initiative or if they actually got such guidelines from the FTC, but the guidelines about how you tag your content, whether it's appropriate for children or no, it's not that it's appropriate for children. If it's made for children, which is to say people under 13 years old, if it's vague, well, it's vague if it appeals to them. If it appeals to kids, to children like that, it's for children, and therefore if it's mislabeled, you can be fined. But of course the guidelines are shit. So what's the problem? The problem is, for instance, what appeals to children. If the content is made in such way that it appeals to children, it should be marked as appealing to children. What appeals to 12 or 13-year-old children? Well, cursing does, and violence, for instance. They're teenagers now, and they are trying to be adults, or at least would like to be adults, and do the big adult things. They feel they are not children anymore. They've been given responsibilities, so they think they can handle more responsibilities, or at least, if nothing else, feel good enough to have not only responsibilities but freedoms that go with offsetting them. So, for instance, cursing, talking about sex, doing sex. And what will appeal to children the age of 13? Mature content, violence, sex. They'll look it up. They're 13. It's appealing to children now. Is your content mature? It appeals to them. And now you'll be fined because you marked adult content as content for children, and you didn't mark adult content as content for children, but it appeals to children anyway, so you're gonna get fined. That's a great idea to save children. All you had to do was not try to milk money off of children, and that wouldn't have been a problem. That's very simple, right? All you had to do was not try to milk them and their parents and their money. Right. So there's that. And yeah, there are some problems with that also, because that popped up when I was managing my channel one day, trying to upload things. You have to log in, and they say, well, new regulations, set your channel for children or otherwise, or set them that it's not for children or otherwise, or else. That's the term. So yeah, that. Because you could be fined, and you can set the entire thing for children or not for children.
But if you could identify and eliminate the leader of each group, you might be able to demoralize the rest.
Can you identify and eliminate the leader? Well, based on the video itself, you can't click here, you can't play the game here. You can play it in your own time, but not in my time. Can you identify the leader? Can you identify the different guy? Who do you think the leader is? But if you can eliminate it, the rest will be spooked. Right. What was I saying? New regulations. Right. Mark your entire channel as either or. And then, alright, you can just move that up. Under one of these, there is a holocron, so you now have to look for every single one, or under every single one, to find it. If you're looking for one of them yourself. Those are Sarlacc teeth, by the way. That's what it is. It's not just spikes growing out of the ground. This is realistic. God damn it. Come on, quickly. Collect your thoughts. Yeah, I have that. I do that sometimes. I just don't know what I was saying a moment ago. Because I'm agile in my head. I think about many things at once. Or at least my thinking spreads. Or branches out. That's the term. Market, yeah, now I remember. So market for children or otherwise. And you, after you do that, the first time I encountered it, you had two options: market for children or market not for children. And you didn't have the option choose on video basis. And if you got the grand library of that, you might have issues. Or at least it will take a long time. Hello. Right under where I needed it. Fuck off. This bit poisons you, don't get into there. Don't fall there. There we go, perfect. That's completely reasonable. Shit, again. They've got shields. What kind of shield is that? Is this like technological shield or, you know, the other thing? Force. Magic, essentially, right? Yeah, I'm not getting that episode much shorter than the previous ones. Doing true to my word as usual. So then you'd have to mark every video, because some might appeal to children and might have been made in having children in mind. But mine aren't really. But then you know how the channels for children about Elsa, Spider-Man, Roblox, Disney, Mickey Mouse, Hulk, Marvel movies titled like this are definitely for children, because they click it and it's absolute nonsense, but it appeals to children and they're milking mad views and hella money out of them based on that. So I'm thinking, what should I pick? Should I market for children and have millions of views from children instead of having like 100,000 from adults? Or should I not? And it says, if you mark your video for children, you can't have comments, you can't have personalized ads or customized. I think personalized ads. So essentially the idea is, if you're a channel for children, you won't be able to earn money, or at least not as much money from your channel as before. So it turns out that it's better for me if my business model was not market for children, because 13-year-old children and younger still can and know how to select the option that I am older than 13 and 18. So it's fine, they can still lie if they want their the content that appeals to them, which is to say vulgarities, profanities and violence. You can find it no problem and watch it without any restrictions. Come on now, dash, that's what I want. And we've got third kind of enemies. And of course I'm stun locked and I can't do anything about it, because that's reasonable as usual. We need to proactively block, but why would you, since he breaks the blocks anyway? Fuck, you should have dodged instead. Shit. I can't cancel attacks either, so that's not as easy as you think. You just have to not make combos in this game. Oh man. Really. Everything, it's all console's fault. It's all console's fault. So yeah, my channel remains as not aimed at children, because it makes money, but it doesn't matter because I'm not making money anyway, still. And YouTube's terms of services and ideas to push responsibility down to content creators and not take up responsibilities themselves remains. So subscribe to my channel so it doesn't get deleted because it's not commercially viable. And if you're a child, hit the notification bell because that will get you notifications, unlike the videos created for children where you have that option disabled too, because you need more and so do I.